time to move. That's what we're going to talk about in today's encouraging word. Last couple weeks at church during worship service, I've had some very distinct visions during worship that have stuck with me, and they're profound. And as I was just talking to the Lord, He told me to release them, that it's time to go ahead and put it out there to encourage everybody. The first vision that was really stuck with me was I saw a hot air balloon. And I saw the basket of the balloon, and it was full of people. It was actually a rather large basket. And it was tethered on either side, and it was hovering off the ground a bit, because the balloon wanted to rise up into the air, but the tethers were holding it down. And then all of a sudden, I saw like wind, but it looked like almost like a hand or some sort of axe or something that just the wind came and snapped the tethers off, and I saw the balloon starting to take off and go to the air. But at the same time, I saw in the distance, in the background, I saw a huge tornado. It looked like almost like an F5 or an F10. I mean, it was so big, and it was ominous looking, and it was dark, and just looked bad. And so as the people were looking at this, there was people in my vision, we were all looking at this thing, and we saw it coming, and it didn't look good. I mean, it was very clear that this thing was coming, and it was destroying, and as it was swirling, you saw destruction all around. But as it got closer and closer, I saw people getting sucked into it. So, obviously when you get a vision like that, you think, okay, this can't be good. So I inquired of the Lord of it, and He told me that it was the people were getting sucked into the vortex were actually being protected, and that the Lord isn't mad at people. He loves us. He's mad at lies, and He's mad at the liar. So long and short of it is, He said that He's going to be destroying things, what looks like destruction all around us, the bad economy, whatever, all the news reports, the massacres, all those other things. It's actually not bad. It's in the sense of God's moving, and He wants us to move. And so what He gave me today was an example of the talking about the narrow road and the narrow gate in Matthew chapter 7, verse 13 and 14. And when you go and read it, it talks about the kingdom of God being accessed through a narrow gate. But then it ends with you have to go through the narrow gate and the narrow road. So when I asked the Lord about that, He said, too many of us are happy just sitting at the gate. We've got into the gate. We have salvation, but that there's a road to walk, and it's a narrow road. But as I was going through this, He brought to my mind the picture of the man at the beautiful gate, because here he was. He's sitting at the temple. He's outside the temple, crippled. And Peter and Paul come, and he asks them for money. He thinks money is what's going to help him. And they said, look, we don't have money, but we're going to give you Jesus. And it says, the story goes on to say, it's Acts chapter 3, go and read it. He starts leaping and jumping and celebrating and praising God because he got the real currency. He got kingdom currency. He got the truth of Jesus. And as the Lord was taking me through this, is to encourage everybody today, it's time to move. It's time to move from being at the gate to accepting the inheritance and following Him. And if you go read 2 Peter 3, verses 1 through 4, it talks about getting to know Jesus better and better, and how it increases our faith. And I think right now, if you want your faith increased, if you want to trust Jesus in this time and know that that tornado is not going to harm you, and to see that you aren't tethered, that you can fly and soar in this time, you need to move from the gate and walk the narrow road. And go read 2 Peter 1 through 4. Actually, go read it all the way, the whole first chapter. It really gives you the picture of the narrow road. Is He gives you the faith, but as you get to know Him better and better at walking, what happens is the narrow road forces you to slim down and trim down and leave behind the things that you'd want to carry. So it's just you, your shepherd is leading you, and you're single file on the narrow road. And He's able to lead you through this, and you start living out of trust. That's kingdom currency. That's what we got today, and I just wanted to encourage you with that. So thank you for watching, and look forward to talking to you on the next video.